Giannis Antetokounmpo is suddenly a viable trade option, and 29 teams are now scrambling to put together their best offer. That will inevitably include the Los Angeles Lakers, which would have an opportunity to pair Antetokounmpo with Luka Doncic in a superstar duo unlike any other. The unfortunate truth that the Lakers must first confront, however, is that they can't realistically trade for Antetokounmpo without giving up Austin Reaves. Los Angeles is a viable destination for Antetokounmpo from a basketball perspective. With Antetokounmpo and Doncic leading the charge, the purple and gold would have two of the all-but-consensus 5 best players in the NBA on the same roster. With Doncic thriving as a perimeter scoring threat and playmaker, and Antetokounmpo dominating the interior and providing elite defense, they could complement one another to perfection. Unfortunately, the Lakers aren't exactly swimming in desirable assets. The only first-round draft pick they can outright trade is a 2031 selection. Their young pieces haven't exactly emerged as franchise-altering players, and potential pick swaps may only be so appealing with a championship-caliber duo leading the charge to potential 50-win seasons. With this in mind, the Lakers' only realistic path to acquiring Antetokounmpo seems to run through offering Reaves, and even then, it depends on a long-term commitment from him. Including Austin Reaves is Lakers' only hope of trading for Giannis. Los Angeles could potentially swap LeBron James for Antetokounmpo to make the salaries align, but it's unlikely that the 4-time MVP would want to play for a rebuilding team. It's also possible that additional trade partners could be included to facilitate a deal, with James ultimately landing on a contender. Even still, Los Angeles would be brought back to square one with limited draft resources to offer in a potential trade, and even fewer proven up-and-comers to sweeten the pot. That makes the outgoing trade package most likely to center around Reaves and Rui Hachimura. Their respective contracts add up to roughly $32.1 million, and a combination of Maxi Kleber and Gabe Vincent's expiring deals could complete the financial alignment from there. Milwaukee would likely also request the inclusion of some combination of Dalton Knecht, Jake LaRavia, and Adu Thiero for the sake of bolstering its rebuilding efforts. Even then, it's easy to envision a scenario in which other franchises offer something more compelling to Milwaukee. That's exactly why there isn't a workaround to including Reaves. There's no scenario in which the Lakers can propose a truly appealing offer without him. It's difficult to justify the Lakers trading Reaves during his leap to stardom at 28.1 points, 6.6 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.2 steals per game, but that's exactly why the Bucks would want the chance to build around him. Austin Reaves would need to commit to Bucks for Giannis' trade to occur. Even then, Milwaukee would be highly unlikely to complete such a trade without a guarantee from Reaves that he'd re-sign with them. He'll be an unrestricted free agent this coming summer and could thus leave the Bucks after playing mere months for them. As such, the Lakers' dream of landing Antetokounmpo will not only require them trading Reaves, but hinges upon a commitment it can't fairly ask him to make. With this in mind, the harsh reality may very well be that the Lakers aren't as realistic an option for Reaves as they'd like to be. There's every reason to dream of what Antetokounmpo and Doncic could accomplish as teammates, but reality doesn't appear likely to be as kind at this juncture. Los Angeles will inevitably explore every avenue it can to find a way to trade for Antetokounmpo, but the path to doing so relies too heavily on Reaves for even the most optimistic of fans to ignore. The Los Angeles Lakers have been without Marcus Smart since late November due to a back injury. Smart has missed the last 6 games, including Sunday's win over the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers coach J.J. Redick told ESPN's Dave McMenamin before their 112-108 win in Philadelphia that Smart is still considered day-to-day. Redick said that the former Defensive Player of the Year is getting closer to returning, with the team's next game on December 10th a possible return date. The Lakers return to Crypto.com Arena following a 3-game road trip. They're set to welcome the San Antonio Spurs for their quarterfinal matchup in the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup. They would certainly need all the bodies they could get to throw against a young Spurs team that have won 7 of their last 10 games without Victor Wembanyama. Smart has not suited up since November 25th against the Los Angeles Clippers. The veteran guard is averaging 9.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game this season. He's a vital part of the Lakers' defense that has been subpar throughout the campaign. Smart's injury not considered serious. Speaking to reporters last week, Coach J.J. Redick wasn't too concerned about Marcus Smart's injury. Redick was confident that it was not anything serious and won't be a lingering issue for the Los Angeles Lakers. Smart's MRI came back clean and was tagged as a day-to-day. We're not concerned long-term. It's a day-to-day thing. I had a number of those like week-to-2-week episodes during a stretch of my career when I played for the Clippers. It would just pop up and you would feel like you're progressing, and then it would kind of plateau. So, we expect him to be back soon. It's not a long-term thing, Redick said, via silver screen and roll. Back injuries have slowed down plenty of players over the years, including Dwight Howard and Ben Simmons. At 31 years old, Smart is still in the prime of his career and doesn't have a history of back problems. The Lakers are sitting second in the West standings at 17-7 after their win against the Philadelphia 76ers. However, they are only ranked 20th in defensive ratings, so Smart will need to have plenty of help if they want to sustain their success for the rest of the season. Smart's not the only player returning on Wednesday. While the Los Angeles Lakers are getting a serious boost on defense with the possible return of Marcus Smart on Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs could be more dangerous. The Spurs are reportedly eyeing the same NBA Cup game against the Lakers for the return of Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs superstar has not played since November 14th against the Golden State Warriors after sustaining a strained right calf. Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express-News reported that Wembanyama was a full participant in the team's practice on Sunday. However, Wembanyama has already been ruled out for Monday's game against the New Orleans Pelicans. His most likely return date, though the Spurs are still iffy, is the quarterfinal matchup against Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and the rest of the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers entered the season hungry to win after suffering a first-round exit back in April. The big three of Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic is beginning to take shape, and all James wants at this stage of his career is another chance to contend for a championship. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, James' agent Rich Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeanie, Bus, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. With Doncic now being the franchise player, he gives the Lakers a longer championship window, but he still wants to win immediately. Doncic being just 26 gives the Lakers a far longer timeline to build a championship contending team, but that doesn't mean they can slow down and take their time. Doncic told Lakers president Rob Pelinka and coach J.J. Redick in May that he's not interested in taking the slow approach in building a contender, CBS Sports' Jasmine Wimbish wrote. Still, if the Lakers truly want to become contenders, they need to find the perfect piece to complete the roster. The Lakers won't bring back Luka's friend, but they could get someone better on the trade market. Fans have heard the Andrew Wiggins rumors. That is the type of player that Pelinka and the franchise should be targeting. Ideally, they shoot around 40% from three-point range and play stout defense across multiple positions, Lake Show Life's Tyler Watts wrote. The Los Angeles Lakers are getting their hand forced by Luka Doncic's greatness. The prime superstar is eager to win his first championship after guiding Dallas to the NBA Finals in 2024. It is time for the Lakers to get him a three and wing, and to see how far he can lead them. Never count out Luka. He may just take over as the best player in the world and win it all if he gets the help he needs. The Lakers' current roster already looks strong, but adding Wiggins would take it to another level. It would likely require a significant trade package to pry him away from the Heat, but there's little doubt that a deal could be made. The Lakers sit at the top of the West, and nothing so far suggests that's about to change. Their defense is loaded with disruptive defenders, and their offensive talent with the big three is elite. Adding Wiggins would only make things even more interesting for the entire league.